So, Kirkwall, our new home across the sea, and possible home to countless other Ferelden refugees fleeing the Blight, if they would just let us through the gates, that is.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Wow, okay, just a little bit of dialogue tells us a lot already. One is we're considered refuse, which I kind of understand that. Who knows how strained the relations are between our two countries or lands or regions or whatever are in the first place. And then here we come washing up on their shore, and they didn't ask us to be here. And short of opening fire on us on their front lawn, they're not going to get rid of us. And so you have this flood of refugees pounding on their gates, and they have problems of their own. Apparently they have a lot of problems of their own, because they have Templar order here that's not just running the mage circle like a prison, mind you, but they're apparently running the politics here too. Everybody answers to them, so they put themselves in a place of power, and where politics are, there's corruption. And yeah, this doesn't bode well for what we're going to find with them.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sirrah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sirrah?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
I'm sure they'd rather not sell what little they have left.
My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I don't need anything.
As you wish, Sirrah.
Alright, and just to kind of add a note to that is apparently some asshole among the Templar Order or among the city nobility or whatever thought it was a good idea to exploit the refugees while they're here. Before you send them off to their next destination, penniless, where they probably have to sell themselves into slavery or whatever just to stay alive, might as well take everything they've got while they're here before you send them packing. And, yeah, okay. So yeah, the Templars have their fingers in a lot of cookie jars here. Not all of them, very savory ones, at that, so... Yeah, this doesn't bode well for what we're going to find with them. And who knows what the mages are doing, because if the mages are being treated like this, they're going to be resentful, and we already know what happens when resentful mages pop up.
Let us through, you flaming blight.
Doesn't end well.
We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
Surely there's a bit of extra room for the pretty people.
I find keeping my neck away from Knight Commander Meredith Blade far more attractive than any of you. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we have family here. Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub 2 coppers together.
Uh-oh.
He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
Tell you what, these guys brought a small mercenary army with them. They've been harassing them in the gates here. I don't know what they planned to do once they got in the city, but these aren't just your average refugees here. I don't know if any of you noticed, but that one blonde guy, that almost elfy looking guy, he either had a slight case of blight sickness setting in already, or he had some kind of a strange, kind of faded tattoo on his face and neck, or one or the other. So, anyway, whatever these guys had planned, we might be doing the city and the guard a favor right here by bringing this to a head and getting rid of these guys, because, yeah, you don't come with a small army, armed to the teeth, just quote-unquote, you know, fleeing the blight type of thing. They had plans once they got here. And like I said, if the atmosphere here is what it appears to be, it's possible that this place is ripe for all kinds of criminal underground activity. The Templars who are running things don't seem adverse to it. They seem to be involved in it themselves. So, there we go.
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
Well, at least we get some positive bit of news here.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Leandra! Damn, girl, the years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen!
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My poor carver didn't make it, and Drastic guide him.
Oh, make her save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
I'm more concerned about Mother. Can you get her in at least?
No. We stay together.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But What about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
That's up for interpretation.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
That's a thought.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
No, we're not putting Mother through that. We'll find a way.
Yeah, that's a point.
Let's hear it, Uncle. What do you have in mind?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your sister have to work off the debt for a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
So, you're selling us into indentured servitude? That's your idea?
That's your plan.
Think of it as having a job waiting for you in your new home.
Wonderful.
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Thenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Bethany?
We've come this far. I don't care who we work for, as long as it means we don't have to go back.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
If our name doesn't carry weight, maybe that's because it was thrown under the rug by you slimy slug. Friggin' weasel. If nothing else, though, he could have just left us at the gates. He didn't have to show up at all. We would have never found him.
Are you a Thenril?
You must be Gamlen's niece. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
He didn't say anything about me, did he?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me. We can't afford to be choosy.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
It appears our uncle likes to talk.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Cavril, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard. But you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Alright, well, you know, perhaps the loss of our estate and the fact that our uncle has these kinds of contacts in the first place kind of go hand in hand, you think? Maybe they have something to do with each other? Just possibly. Just a thought.
What are you doing with that?
Back away from it, friend. Now.
What? Who, me? Just looking.
Wait. This is a Fenrir's doing, isn't it? You can tell that bitch I'm going straight to the guard again.
Make me an offer, and I'll consider leaving you alone.
Interesting. I can't get you lot into the city. That's more coin than I even owe. But I'll give you a share. You take it, you walk away, and don't bother us again. Does that work for you?
Who wouldn't that work for?
Boss, you need to stop giving in to these...
Enough. I know a losing deal when I see one. Take what's in the chest. Now, I'm going to go deal with this once and for all.
And this, my friends, is A, how you maximize your money intake, which this is money we're really going to need here at the very beginning of the game, and B, how you deal with unscrupulous people. Take their money for the greater good, and we are the greater good.
Mirren?
And you must be Hawk. Nice. Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his ass.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense. I never pictured myself as the mercenary type.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said your sister's a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
Does everyone know about us?
Your sister's not in the circle yet. Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlen cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for sure. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
Okay, so you have dirty dealings, too, with the guard, as you can have them turn a blind eye. Well, bribery and corruption. It's right here at the gates. Who knows what we're going to find inside? If this is what we see on the outside wrapper, this package is going to be full of this type of crap. Alright, this is definitely a good save point, because it might get kind of messy. What the guards see going in is 3 brave warriors.
Who are these people?
Ready to go to battle.
I saw them talking to Mirren.
Mirren? You blithering idiot. Why didn't you say something sooner? Don't just stand there. Kill them!
What the guards are about to see is one lone mage fleeing for her life out of here with her hair on fire. Here in a second, but that's cool as long as we can get past this. Okay, so, alright, I was going to try to say one thing on behalf of our uncle, is that at least he showed he didn't just leave us hanging, but now we find out that the 2 contacts he hooked us up with are both to save his own skin. Essentially, he has debts which could possibly cost his life, probably have him running in fear every day, and look, this second wave comes in, it's so not fair. And so, he would use us to basically get that debt up off of him, one way or another. probably try to take advantage of us in some other ways once we're in there. But if he squandered our entire family fortune, then okay, this isn't cool. Like I said, they saw 3 brave warriors going in. What they're gonna see is 1 mage running out. Help! 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 Cool thing is the guards will actually help you. I don't know if they would before, but now that we've done them a favor. That's the guard captain right there. He's not playing any games. Now my sister Bethany gets her revenge. Avenge me! Avenge me! Oh wow, okay. Now he's doing the healing thing too. Okay, well, that's not cool. Hell, Nightmare, they get some pretty healthy health pools, don't they? But, okay, so we already got gold from that, we swindled the swindler, right? Got gold from that merchant. Look at this. And that's set loot on this guy, and we get to keep that, alright? So, that's much more gold than we would have had just working for either one, or, doing this the other way around. I believe if you decide to screw over the mercenaries, you don't get near as much. You don't get anything for helping Athenril, essentially. Plus, Athenril is the shadier of the two, I guess. If Apheline's any good judge of character, anyway.
Good. May the bloody vultures feast on his corpse and shit him into the ocean.
Okay, I might use that one.
Tell your uncle I'm making the arrangements now.
Well, I'm not going to credit them with any moral uprightness or anything, but at least he's a man of his word, sort of, kinda.
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Mirren and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
No more running for our lives unless we really have to.
If only Carver were here with us.
And Wesley.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Epic beginning.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So she made her name, settling her debts with the mercenaries. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
Alright, and so in the whole telling a tale type of thing they got going on here, the events that pass during the course of this last year, essentially, we settle our debts and what have you. It introduces some new players into the game. There's our first look at Meredith running around with all her authority. Not just running the Templars in the circle, but running the friggin' city.
Trust these tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No! You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
I'll buy you a drink before we head into the deep roads. Everyone wins.
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
We've made a name for ourselves this last year. We'll find something.
We have to. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
Our uncle's not exactly the most reliable tool in the shed.
He's all we've got. Make us save us. We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Alright, so our probationary year is up, and we have no, I guess, no more protection, so to speak.
Hey!
Got to find some way to make a name for ourselves now.
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work.
Varric's so cool, man.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would.
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary, you've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. Serving with the Red Iron is no mean feat, yet you not only served, you impressed. The name Hawk is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my sister as well, then.
Only a little. She is certainly welcome to come, but I'll leave that up to you.
Frankly, I'd rather you take the credit.
Madam, your secrets are safe with me.
Find out what he's offering. We need a way into this expedition.
There must be some way to persuade your brother to hire us on.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
I hope there's more to this. Like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a Blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
It won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
I'd like to point something out as we're kind of ripe for the pickings for anyone to come along and hold the fact that my sister's a mage over our heads, you know, threaten to send her to the circle if, you know, we don't do their bidding type of thing, and we're just ripe for those type of pickings. And so what Varric can do with his connections is essentially keep them off of our back. And he'll do that for others too. He even talks about it later, how he can run a spy network, but he always gets personally involved with the people he's watching over and managing and protecting because, you know, that's just the type of guy he is. And so having him along, what he doesn't tell us is he keeps the heat off of us for the foreseeable future until we can establish ourselves and stand on our own 2 feet. And I think that's under-recognized, and I think it should be pointed out, is Varric is extremely cool, and a lot of it he doesn't take credit for. He won't even really let anyone take notice of. But what he does for others behind the scenes, we'll get some glimpses at that throughout the game with some other party members and stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but we're going to see that's really part of his character. And he's awesome, man. Awesome in every way. Whatever self-serving he might have as far as this expedition goes, he's definitely looking out for us when he doesn't necessarily have to along the road. And so I think that's awesome. Anyway, like I say, we'll see more of that later. But let me go ahead and establish enough points in cunning to open some locks. But I'm going to be respecking all of my characters as soon as we can get to the Black Emporium. All right. Till then, y'all take care. Thanks for watching. For more Dragon Age 2, click that image in the middle. And if you want to subscribe, hit that button over my head. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.